how is it that mortgages can be halal?
It's again a very important, interesting question, because again, the majority of the scholars, if it's not all of them, say that mortgage is riba. But again, I discussed this issue with few people who work in this field of halal mortgage and normal mortgage also. And when I tested the procedure of performing the mortgage, I didn't see any drop of riba in there. But just because people are calling some certain element of the mortgage as interest in English, so it will not mean that Islamically also we have to believe that it is interest. Okay, so for example, now my question to you, have you heard about this thing called whiskey or vodka?
Yes.
Whiskey or vodka?
I have heard of
vodka.
Yes.
Yeah, vodka. Is it permissible to drink whiskey Islamically?
No.
But Quran never mentions whiskey. Allah says, Allah speaks about khamr. But Allah never said al-whiskey. Allah said al-khamr. So, name does not change anything. But the actual, you can say, procedure or the actual substance is the thing which changes. So, for another example, we can bring this pig, and then we can call the pig into, for example, Tom and Jerry, or sheep, camel, white camel, pink camel. Okay, so because we are calling the pig into a pink camel, does it become halal? No. The actual thing is the substance. What is it? Okay, so if it is the same thing that Quran is calling khamr or khinzir, so it's prohibited, whatever you call it. Okay, but if it is sheep, or cow or camel, so regardless what you call it, it will stay halal. Same thing, this element of mortgage, when bank will put in some money in your account, then saying go and buy, but then you will pay back this money that we are giving to you with some extra, we say it is just their wording. But the actual thing, what is happening, they are making you tawkil to buy a house, but the actual buyer is the bank, is not you. But them putting money in your account is because you are representative of them to buy a house for them, and that house further on you will be buying them just within the period of 20 or 25 years. So anyway, I didn't see any drop of riba in here, but only the issue could be bay al-gharar, because you never know, because the price will not be in one level all the time, but it will be going up and coming down. It will be depending on the price, for example, growing or falling down. Okay, so some of the scholars may argue saying because it is bay al-gharar, so bay al-gharar is totally different to riba. And even I say bay al-gharar in here is not there, because this like change of the price, so we do have this concept of kasad of the currency. Kasad is when currency collapses. Okay, or I can give many other examples for this, which is considered in our Hanafi fiqh. So I don't see any interest in here whatsoever, but only the issue could be bay al-gharar. And even bay al-gharar, I say it is understandable, so you can somehow you can understand it. So it's not something like I have a box and I will say to you, I will buy whatever inside of this box for £1,000. So, but you don't know what it could be empty, or it could be just dead rat, just that. Okay, so it could be anything. So that's what bay al-gharar is. But in our scenario in here, the scenario is slightly different. It will be depending on the price, the market, how it will be growing or becoming cheap or expensive, etc. So I don't see any riba. And also this price, coming up and coming down. So I say we do have some basis in Hanafi fiqh, yes.